Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just going to give everyone a second just to tune in. So I know the lives are a bit random. You don't know when I'm actually going to be on. So just give everyone a second to just tune in and just take a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathing deeply into your belly. Nice deep breaths. All right, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome on this day of the fourth day of the fourth month, 2020, which also is a 4. So this is a really interesting number combination. We have the 44 in there, which is the master number, and you know the 3 4s that represent the day, month, and year. So you know, while this is really interesting, and yes, there is energy about all of this and some significance to what's happening on the planet, but I really invite everyone not to get too caught up in all the numbers and all of the, you know, there's a lot of stuff on Facebook and the internet and all of that where, you know, what it's supposed to mean and what we're all supposed to be doing. It's just an acknowledgement that there's stuff happening on the planet. It's just an acknowledgement that we are moving through a really interesting point of time in the evolution of Earth, that we're moving into a new level of consciousness on the planet. So we can have the awareness of all of these things, but we don't need to get caught up in it. We don't need to, you know, worry about, you know, are we doing the right thing? Hello, lovely. Thank you for joining me. We don't need to worry about, are we good enough, or, you know, any of these things. The numbers are just an acknowledgement. So one of the things I'd like to invite you to do right now is just close your eyes for a moment, take a nice deep breath, and just feel into what you're aware of on the planet right now. And you might feel that through your body. Like, allow your body to give you some information about what it's perceiving on the planet right now. So there might be a little bit of tension in your belly. There might be a bit of tightness somewhere in your body. Like, whatever it is for your body, just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and just notice what you're aware of on the planet right now. And for a lot of you, you may perceive a little bit of kind of energy in the belly, a little bit of heaviness, or maybe a bit of excitement or a bit of anxiety, or wherever you feel that in the body, or whatever you feel, that's okay. That's just how I perceived it. And I invite you to ask that energy, is it even yours? Is that energy yours? Whatever it is that you're picking up, where does it come from? Who does it belong to? And just ask the energy that question. And if you get a sense that it's not yours, return it to sender. Let it go, send it back to wherever it came from. Now, one of the things that I was picking up this, oh, actually, I might just go back a bit for people who are a little bit new to me. When you return something to sender, it doesn't mean that you're sending bad mojo back to someone. You're just returning an energy to wherever it came from so that it can be released within you and potentially within that person, place, or thing if they choose to release that energy as well. So don't feel like that you will harm someone if you release that energy. So sending that all back, letting it all go. The next step is to recognize anywhere that energy comes from a universal space at the moment, because there's a lot happening in the universe. There's a lot happening in the heavens. You know, we are moving through not just the 444 and all of this sort of thing, but don't want to go too much into this today, but I want to give a little snippet of information. I don't even know where to start to give a little bit of information because I feel like I'm going to dive down the rabbit hole. Let's just say that when we were part of the creation of Earth in the angelic realms, we joined together in 144,000 angelic families, and representatives of each of those families became what we called the Order of the Ark. And this Order of the Ark was where the concept for Earth was created. What's happening now is eons and eons of time later, the purpose that we originally created for Earth at that time has been completed. And what that means is now Earth is kind of moving forward without the limitations or the what's the word? I'm just going to go with limitations. That's really not quite the right word, but I'm going to stick with that. So it's going, or parameters, that's the word. The limitations or the parameters of what was required through the Order of the Ark. So what that means is human beings are starting to become more responsible for the planet. Human beings, those that are conscious and aware, are starting to become more responsible, not just for what's happening at a planetary physical level, but also what's happening beyond and in the entire universe. So I know that's probably a little bit confusing because it's a massive subject that I don't want to get too caught up in today, but I will be sharing more about that later. So the reason I wanted to share that was because there's so much more happening than what we see on the surface. And part of that completion of that specific task means that there are a lot of beings being called home at the moment. Firstly, all of the beings that actually do not belong here, what you might call alien beings or whatever, they are being commanded home actually. There are others that are being called home because it's just time for them to leave this physical plane, and they may choose to return in upgraded bodies. And it's very interesting that at this time, we have been called into our homes, our physical homes, through the isolation because of the coronavirus. So there's kind of this element of everyone being called home at the moment. So whether it's in the non-physical realms or whether it's us here on the planet, it's like this kind of little incubation period at the moment, like we're in this little cocoon getting ready to birth into this new reality. So, so part of what we're perceiving on the planet is, energetically, is other people's fears, doubts, worries, anxieties, all of this type of thing. And so I want to give you a little tool that you can use when you feel this energy in your body. Okay, the first one was, is this energy mine? If it's not, send it back. The second one is just a little kind of an energy burst that we can do to contribute to the earth and the universe. It helps to release energy from us, and it also helps the universe to transform energy as well. And all we do is just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're really just flicking our fingers, but we're doing it with quite a bit of force so that we can shift some energy as we do it. So I'm going to invite you guys that are online with me. We're going to do some 1, 2, 3s, and then we're going to do a 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is to open the door to new possibilities. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. So notice how you feel in your body after doing that. You might notice you feel a little bit lighter. There's a little bit of energy moving. So that helps to shift energy within you when you feel a bit stuck, and it helps to shift energy at a planetary and universal level as well. So play with those two little tools as you go out throughout your day. Anytime that you feel there's any energy getting stuck or anything funky going on, you can use those tools to help shift that energy. All right, so let's do our little meditation. Just going to get you guys to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. And just lower all your barriers. So that means just drop everything down in the earth that is not serving you. Just drop all the judgments, conclusions, points of view, projections, expectations. Just drop it all into the earth. All of the energies that you're carrying from other people, everything, just let it all drop into the earth. Let it all go. And now expand out. So imagine going from the edge of your body and just imagine becoming aware of yourself as an infinite being in the space about a foot away from your body. Just notice if you, the infinite being, are in that space a foot away from your body. Just get a sense of that. And now expand it out. Notice if you, the infinite being, are in a space 2 meters away from your body. Thank you for the beautiful little picture, whoever sent that. Mwah! Expand out even more, and notice if you, the infinite being, are as big as the entire room that you're in. And as an infinite being, that should kind of give you a clue as to whether you're perceiving yourself in that greater space. So keep expanding out, and expand out beyond the whole house. Keep expanding, and make sure you're expanding from the front and the back and the sides down into the earth, up to the sky, expanding in all directions. And keep expanding beyond your whole suburb, beyond the country that you live in. Keep expanding, noticing that you, the infinite being, are still in this space, that you're still there. Keep expanding. And keep expanding out beyond the universe, beyond the planet, beyond the universe. Keep expanding. And notice that when you're really tapped into you, the infinite being, in the vastness of this space, you sense that connectedness to all things. And lower your barriers down, make sure they're still low. And when you're in this space, you can become more aware of what's happening around you. With your barriers down, you're not resisting and reacting to what's going on around you. You're not taking on other people's stuff. You're just letting it all go. Keep lowering all the barriers and expanding out. Lowering your barriers and expanding out. And just this exercise on its own connects you to the planet, connects you to the other people on this planet, connects you to the universe, connects you to Creator, connects you to all things. And just allowing yourself to be in this space just for a moment, and allowing the transition, the transformation that's taking place on the planet at the moment. Allow that also to be part of your experience. Allow any of those places and spaces where you feel stuck and where you feel blocked and where you're holding on, just allow all of that to wash away. Allowing it all to wash away. Just letting it all go. Letting it all go. Letting all the stuck places wash away. Letting in fact, starting to pull in energy from the universe. And remember that the universe is infinite, so you can pull energy for as much as you want and as long as you want, and you're never ever going to deplete the universe. So keep pulling in that energy, pulling it in from all directions and bringing it into your body, and letting it pull through all of the things that light you up, all of the things that bring you joy, all of the things that you came here to be. Let that energy pull through that into your body. Keep pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in, pulling it in. bringing in more and more and more. Keep pulling it in, pulling it in. Because as you're pulling this energy in, you're allowing the universe to gift to you. You're allowing the universe to gift this beautiful energy to you, and you can receive as much as you're willing to receive. Keep pulling it in. And now, trickling little bits of this energy out across the entire planet, across the entire universe, to anyone or anything that can contribute to you having that joy and happiness and fun in your life, contributing to you being you on the planet. So you keep pulling in the energy and you're trickling a little of the energy out. And as that energy comes in, allowing it to wash through all the cells, allowing it to wash through all your body, releasing all that no longer serves you, contributing to you in whatever way you require, and then trickling out. And take a nice deep breath. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. I really, really am grateful that you came in and shared your energy as part of this little Facebook Live. Remember that what we're going through on the planet is a celebration. It's a transition into something greater that can be a little scary sometimes because we're connecting with something that is unknown. We're stepping into uncharted waters. We're connecting with things that have never ever happened in the history of humanity. So be excited, my friends, that we all chose to be here as part of this amazing shift in consciousness. Don't get too caught up by all the stuff on the internet. There is a lot of stuff going on out there. Just be you. Just be you. Do you the best way that you can. And that is going to be the contribution to others around you. So thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I'm so grateful that you're on the planet and that you're sharing your light with the world. And thank you for tuning in. There'll be another live tomorrow, so watch out for that one. And meanwhile, have a great day. Mwah.